This can't keep happening. The New York Jets are being linked to two free agent wide receivers that, if signed, would be very reminiscent of Jets free agent signings of the past. And we got to break this down here on Jets Digest. So what's up, guys? I'm Matt Long. Welcome to the channel. Before we hop into the video today, only 24.1% of viewers are subscribed to the channel. So if you are not subscribed, please take a second, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out a ton. But hopping into who we are talking about today, according to Zach Rosenblatt, if Christian Kirk is healthy, he is an intriguing potential wide receiver target for the New York Jets. I think Christian Kirk, formerly the wide receiver 2 for the Jacksonville Jaguars this season, putting up in only 8 games, 379 yards. That comes out to 47 yards per game before breaking his collarbone on a pass from Trevor Lawrence. So an injured free agent. The New York Jets, in the past, it has been far too common for them to sign the free agent who is past their prime, or they're coming off of an injury, or they are looking for a lot of money, so they go to the New York Jets. And it just seems like our team's always signing the free agent that has some sort of blemish on them. And I'm honestly sick of it. I don't want to see the New York Jets. I know we need wide receivers, but I don't want to see them keep going out and signing wide receivers and free agents who have problems. Why can't we just be looking at the free agent options of guys that are fully healthy? Like, we don't need guys that are going to start the season rehabbing their broken collarbone, and when they inevitably underperform for those first 4 weeks, we're all going to come together and we're going to say, give him time. He's coming off an injury. But at the same time, it's going to be 4 weeks into the season, and those are 4 weeks that we can't get back in a potential playoff push. So not very interested in Christian Kirk. If you are interested, I'll give you guys a little bit of a pro take on him. He was drafted out of LSU a couple of years ago, productive for the Cardinals, productive a little bit for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but his ceiling is a wide receiver 2 for the New York Jets. He would slide in, honestly, as a wide receiver 2, maybe even 3, depending on if the New York Jets go out and get a bigger name in free agency or the trade market. We're going to have to see what they do there. Christian Kirk would just be another option, and in my opinion, not an extremely exciting option, although some people may want to argue that he would be an exciting pick, which Rosenblatt here is arguing. The other wide receiver released yesterday morning, Tyler Lockett, out of the Seattle Seahawks. First of all, got to give this man his props. What he has done in the NFL has gone way, way, way under the radar. He has been extremely consistent year after year after year, but I'm still not looking to sign Tyler Lockett to the New York Jets. Yes, we still need wide receiver depth, but Tyler Lockett is just so old. There are question marks of what he has left in the tank. And if I'm the New York Jets, we are looking to build a young team. We want to build a new culture. We want to build a core that we can build around long term. Tyler Lockett does not fit that bill for the New York Jets. Also, it would be inferred that as an older player himself, he should be looking for a team that's going to be competing. Like, wouldn't that make sense for his career? Doesn't he want to go out and win something? I mean, so that's if I'm Tyler Lockett, I'm not going to a Jets team that isn't a Super Bowl contender. We'll see if they're going to be playoff contenders. Aaron Glenn, he's talking about we're going to win in a hurry. I love what I'm hearing out of Glenn, but I gotta see it to believe it, because the New York Jets have a history of disappointing us. Tyler Lockett, Tyler Lockett is another great example of the type of free agents that our team signs. He's the guy that you're like, man, he's an exciting name, because you remember how good that guy used to be? Tyler Lockett, him and Doug Baldwin had some exciting years. He outperformed Jackson Smith and Jigba as a rookie, and we know how talented Jackson Smith and Jigba is by looking at his last season. So we know he used to have talent, but at this age, when you're playing a wide receiver, the talent leaves you. I understand Tyler Lockett. He never gets tackled. You can go on YouTube and look up Tyler Lockett never takes hits, and he never takes hits. He always gets out of bounds or curls up, goes down. So he has extended his playing career and kept himself healthier by not taking big hits, but still not a guy I'm interested in signing. The New York Jets, our wide receiver room, of course, looking extremely barren right now. It's looking like Garrett Wilson and then absolutely nothing. So, we got Xavier Gibson, who's going to be able to be a gadget guy. I hope Malachi Corley, again, hopefully a gadget guy. Allen Lazard on the way out. Hopefully he's not, by the time this video releases, he is not on the team. But, I mean, if we can get a 7th round pick for Allen Lazard, I would be very happy with that. Allen Lazard was billed as, a guy who could block for the team, but seemed to lead to more holding penalties than highlight blocks. So Garrett Wilson is going to be needing some help. The New York Jets need to find a way to address that wide receiver position. I really don't think it's Christian Kirk or Tyler Lockett because, like I said before, these guys, there are warts all over their profiles. If you can get them for the right price, if you can bring these guys in for like something close to the veteran minimum, which Tyler Lockett, you're looking to sign him to a veteran minimum, that would be, I mean, I guess if you want to experience New York, but he's going to be looking for more money than that, although the market for him may be low enough to where we can offer that and be competitive because we're a team from New York and he might want that bigger market. But Christian Kirk, he's gonna bill himself as a wide receiver too because that's what he's been throughout his career. So he's gonna be looking for real money, and we know that wide receiver free agent market is no joke. Every single wide receiver is gonna cost money in free agency. So I'm okay with paying a guy in free agency. They just got to be the right guy. Christian Kirk, not the right guy. He's not going to be a guy who can be a wide receiver one. It will be very interesting to see in the coming days here whether the New York Jets get active, get involved with the DK Metcalf trade rumors. Although they're not rumors, they've been confirmed that he has demanded a trade, and the Seahawks are working with other teams to see if they can get a trade done for DK Metcalf. So hopefully that's got to be one of the most exciting wide receiver names that the New York Jets can take a look at in the league. T. Higgins, we're going to see what the story with him is. Very likely T. Higgins will also be a trade candidate in this offseason. If you're not looking for any of those guys, you don't want to trade, maybe you don't want to give up the draft capital and then have to sign the guy, we can always go out in the draft. We have that 7th overall pick where Tedero McMillan out of Arizona should be on the board. We can always trade down, go get another talented wide receiver in the draft, maybe a surging Matthew Golden or an Emeka Buka or Luther Burden in the draft. There should be, in the range that we're drafting, there should be plenty of wide receiver talent, but we got to figure out what we're going to do with our wide receiver room because it's absolutely barren right now. Garrett Wilson, he can't do it alone. Although one important thing that someone said in the comments, which gotta say pretty smart, the receiving threats, they don't have to be wide receivers. It could always be a tight end, a tight end who can do a lot of different things. I'm blanking on the word for that. But a very versatile tight end like a Tyler Warren, guy who can line up outside as a wide receiver or just run any route in the route tree. So Tyler Warren, also a guy that Jets fans are very excited, who can come out and be a potential candidate, a potential target for the Jets to add to their receiving room, add to their just arsenal of weapons to try to take over the AFC East. So hopefully the Jets get something done, and hopefully it has nothing to do with either one of these wide receivers. But just in case it does, let me pull up the Tyler Lockett stats that I forgot to pull up earlier. 17 games this season, 49 catches, 600 yards, 2 touchdowns, 72 fantasy points. If you care about that thing, is that PPR? Who knows? If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, go Jets.